Week 1 of the NFL is just about over, and it is time to talk about it. All right, so I did some note taking, and I'm pretty prepared. Note taking. All right, we're going to start off with standings and games, how they all went off. I'm just going to go down the line, tell you who won what. If you guys just decide not to watch week 1 like a weirdo, then this is where we're going at. The first game, which was on Thursday night, it was Cowboys versus Eagles. Eagles bested the Cowboys 24-20. Then Friday was the first game in Brazil. I guess it's cool that they're trying to bring football everywhere, but Brazil, really? Fuck, my shoulder is killing me. Chargers bested the Chiefs 27-21. Justin Herbert looked great. He's got a cute girlfriend named Madison Beer too, so that's why he's cooking. Colts absolutely slaughtered the Dolphins 33-9. That is unbelievable. I don't think anybody was going to see that coming. Unbelievable. That Daniel Jones, he cooked. That was a good Daniel Jones cook. Aaron Rodgers, first game on the Steelers, bested the Jets with Justin Fields on the Jets. Jaguars beat the Panthers. Travis Hunter didn't really do anything. So, played both sides once, I think, or something like that. I don't remember. I don't remember really paying too much attention to that game. Wasn't that big of a deal to me. Cardinals beat the Saints 20-13. Whatever. That sucks. I'm a Seahawks fan. Ignore the Cincinnati Reds. Well, it's actually a Griffey jersey, so that's why. It's a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey, Reds. So technically it's still Seattle because it's Ken Griffey Jr. and he's a Mariner. He was a Mariner. I'm a Seahawks fan, so anybody in the NFC West, I hope you lose. I hate everyone's guts except for the Cardinals. Every team in the NFC West besides the Cardinals. So Niners, Rams, I hate their guts. Cardinals, I just don't care enough. I mean, I want them to lose, so the Saints should have pulled through. So Cardinals beat the Saints 20-13. Commanders beat the Giants 21-6. Jaden Daniels cooked. Buccaneers beat the Falcons 23-20. I absolutely love Baker Mayfield, and I want to see Baker Mayfield succeed in any way possible. So winning week 1 is spectacular. Let's go Bucs. Let's go Baker. Bengals almost lose to the Browns, which would have been crazy. But, yep, Bengals ended up winning 17-16. Raiders ended up beating the Patriots 20-13. Geno Smith, former Seahawk. I'm a Seahawks fan. Former Seahawk. And Pete Carroll as his new coach. And Geno Smith is a new quarterback. Good for them, I guess. I mean, good for them. I guess pretty cool that they beat the Patriots. I don't know. I like Drake May, so I don't really know how I feel about that game. A 49ers Seahawks. Makes me angry. Fuck you, Sam Darnold. Sorry, excuse my language, Sam. Sam, I don't actually hate you, but I don't think we should have paid you that much. But 49ers beat the Seahawks 17-13. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about that game later on. Probably, maybe not. We'll see. If it comes up again, I'm going to get pissed. Broncos beat the Titans. Cam Ward's first game. Broncos beat them. Bo Nix is pretty good. Beats Titans. Packers beat Lions. That was a stunner. A lot of people didn't see that come in. Michael Parsons, first game on the Packers. Got a first sack as well. Absolute stunner of a game. No one thought the Packers were going to win that game, and they did. I like Jordan Love, though. Not as much as I like the Lions, though. Rams beat the Texans. Once again, I hate the freaking Rams. Do not care about the Rams. There still is one more game. As I'm recording this, it's actually tonight. Today's Monday when I'm recording this. Monday Night Football. So this isn't really completely, but also the game that I'm definitely going to talk about is Bills versus Ravens. Bills beat the Ravens. That's all I'm going to talk about because I'm going to have a whole segment in this video all about that game. Bills beat the Ravens 41-40. And like I said, Vikings play the Bears tonight. I'm making this video now just because of the Bills and Ravens game, and not many people care about the Vikings nor the Bears. And let me make my bold prediction about what's going to happen tonight with the Bears versus Vikings. Bears are going to lose. Justin Fields. I'm a rookie. I forgot his name. I think about Justin Fields because he was... Caleb Williams. God, I call myself an NFL fan. I don't know who the first... Let me guess what's going to happen. Caleb Williams is going to run around, have to rush too many times. Shut up, phone. Shut up, phone. Let me guess. Caleb Williams is going to have to run around like a doofus, trying to get as many yards as he can because the Bears don't have an offensive line. And the Vikings are going to win. Excuse me. That's my bold prediction for that game. So who really cares? That's the standings for the week. Go back if you didn't understand a single word I said. If you didn't, I'm sorry. That's on you. Excuse me if the audio changes a bunch. I'm talking in and out of my mic like a doofus. Next on the agenda, we have plays of the week. I got a bunch of different clips from this past week. These NFL gladly, as the NFL does, they put everything they basically have on YouTube. So I'm going to show you as you can tell up here, I have tons of clips up here. These are my top 10 clips of the week in random order. These don't mean top 10. This isn't top 10. This is just the 10 best clips, best plays of the week. Plays that meant a lot. Sorry if I miss any. I did the ones that I really cared about because I thought were really amazing. So, of course, there's going to be some glazing going on, but that's only natural. All right, first play of the week is with this incredible game that we guys just missed. I'm going to mute the audio of this. Yeah, I'm going to mute the audio of this just because... Well, frankly, just because I don't want to hear the commentators commentate over me. So, first play of the week is an absolutely stunning catch by an old man who still, I guess, has it. This was maybe probably not the best catch. This isn't the best catch of the week, which in any other week it probably would be, but not this week. So Lamar Jackson step backs, throws a deep ball into the end zone, and all right. Restart of this play. So, first play, as you can see, 27-19. This is when most people thought this game was over. I certainly thought this game was over. I was eating McDonald's while watching this. And I was eating McDonald's with my lovely girlfriend. And as I turned to look at the TV while I'm eating McDonald's, this is the play that I see. This is the one play that I see. Not the one play, because I watched the whole entire last quarter of this game. I mean, yeah, but this is what I witnessed. And I knew just then and there that I was going to have to make a YouTube video about this week. And then after the fourth quarter, I can just gawk about this game. All right, here's the play. So Lamar Jackson takes a snap, steps back, throws it deep. D-Hop. DeAndre Hopkins makes the catch one-handed. And, of course, every single time there's anything near the sidelines in the end zone, no, it's no good, it's no good. Nope, D-Hop's just got it, bro. D-Hop just has it. D-Hop is just that good. D-Hop is just that good. Look at this. Also, perfect throw by Lamar. You can't, he was pulling on bro's arm. DeAndre Hopkins could only use one arm because Dingleberry Bo right there, number 47, rips his arm trying to get one arm, which is pass interference, but, who cares? Josh Allen's good. The Bills deserve a couple calls all now and then. This goober number 9 decides to wear that freaking foam pad over his helmet thinking it's saving him. It's not saving him. Excuse me. And D-Hop makes an spectacular one-hand catch. Like, look at this catch. It's like he's still on the Texans or the Cardinals, bro. It's like he's young again. Like, this is the one play. I turned away from eating my McDonald's for one play, and this is what I see. What a great play by D-Hop, man. What a spectacular play by D-Hop. That is a well-deserving top play by DeAndre Hopkins. All right. Excuse me. All right. The second clip. Jaden Daniels to Chris Moore. A spectacular sideline catch. Chris Moore, I'm pretty sure, as it says, as I heard, was on the practice squad, I believe, right before this. And this is the catch he makes, saying, "Hi, welcome. My name's Chris Moore, and I deserve your vote." That's what Chris Moore said. All right, here we go. Let's watch. Wait, no shit. Wait, I gotta make full screen. My bad, guys. I'm still new to this. Oh, okay. Goes to the side. Dime. It doesn't get much cleaner than that. Like, look at this play. All right, ignore this, baby. It is. Takes a snap. Surveys. 2 people rushing on him. And he just sends it. Look at this throw. Dime. This is why professionals are professionals. He's moving to the side while the dude's about to fucking clap him. And just pitches an elite throw right into Chris Moore's hands, right on the side of the end zone. And unbelievable by Chris Moore to even pull that in. Like, that's unbelievable. Another spectacular play by
Moore, who was just called up from the practice squad before the game.
Jaden Daniels on a design rollout. You've got Moore there on the right side.
Look at that. Look at that throw.
Just leave him wide
Oh
open.
my god. Oh my god. I love Jaden Daniels, bro. Look at that. A complete blown coverage by Flop. Look at that. Flop.
Just a deep square.
Flop, what are you doing, bro? He went, huh? Bro went, huh? Look at Flop, dude. What is he doing? He's turning the other way.
Wide open
Just
down the field.
Dude, you're playing. This is the frame right now where, all right, bro. Maybe you shouldn't be on more. Cause like, what is Flop looking at, bros? What is he looking at? Look at this. He's like, oh shit, I gotta turn my head. He turns his head and sees Moore is basically on a cut dime down, heading towards the right sideline. And Flop's just, look at that. Another a second late, dude. He blew it. Absolutely blown covers by Flop. Just leaves bro wide open. And then Chris, perfect throw by Jaden Daniels. Because when he released it, he was already a little bit late. So look how perfectly placed this ball was. And look at that. What a frame. What a frame. Look at that. Perfect catch. Perfect throw. Jaden Daniels to Chris Moore. Definitely a top play this week. No doubt about it in my mind. What a spectacular play. All right, next play. We got Kyler Murray to Marvin Harrison Jr. I love Marvin Harrison Jr. He is one of my favorite players. Yes, he's on he's on a team on the AFC West, but that doesn't matter. I just like Marvin Harrison Jr. And I had to put him in here just because there's a little bit of bias. There's a couple of these guys that I'm biased about, but I had to do it. So here it is, 2nd and 4. Cardinals are down. Second quarter. Not too worried about this game, obviously. But this was just a spectacular play.
Second down off the play fake. Murray looking to throw. Murray looking long to the far side of the field, and it is caught. Marvin Harrison inside the 15-yard line.
Just a great play.
It's caught. The play fake.
He was full covered, and his ability to keep Marvin Harrison's ability to keep his eye on the ball while there's 2 dudes trying to sandwich him, 2 dudes trying to sandwich clap him, him able to keep his eyes on that ball into his hands is elite. That is unbelievable. And Kyler Murray, dime pass. Kyler Murray doesn't do many things that make you go like, damn, that was nuts. Nah, Kyler Murray did something that was like, damn, bro, that was nuts.
Murray looking to throw.
Perfect throw.
Murray looking long to the far side of the field.
Look at this. Look at this. Two guys ready to sandwich him right here. And his ability with all that contact that he's getting hit. Oh, they're all touching each other. They're all being, sus and shit. Excuse me. They're all hitting each other. And his ability to keep his eyes on the ball. Elite. Elite. I don't care. That is what makes you the best, one of a future best wide receiver in the league, is when you're able to do shit like that.
Marvin Harrison inside the 15.
Spectacular play. Another spectacular play. I love Marvin Harrison. I think he is going to be one of the best wide receivers in the league. I think could be better. I think he's going to be better than Justin Jefferson. I think he could be better than Jamar Chase one day, but just a spectacular play. Now, next one is maybe one of my favorites, just because who's in this play? A player that everybody everybody written off as the worst player in the league, the worst quarterback in the league. Everybody had written this dude off as the worst quarterback in the league, worst quarterback in the NFC, worst starting quarterback in the NFL. And now he's on a new team, and he just slaughtered the Dolphins. Yes, we are talking about Daniel Jones and his absolutely elite pass to Alec Pierce. This was just an insane play. An insane. We never would have thought in our minds we would have ever seen Daniel Jones do anything like this ever again. We thought Daniel Jones was going to the Colts. Everybody was writing the Colts off, that they weren't going to be able to do anything. And then Daniel Jones does this and then ends up slaughtering the freaking Dolphins to smithereens.
We're at their own 42-yard line.
Daniel Jones, fake handoff,
to the air,
play action, throws it up.
Deep shot for Alec Pierce. Great.
It's not even full screen, and I'm tweaking, mama. I'm tweaking, mama. I'm tweaking. Look at this, though. Look at this.
Jones
Step back. Look, he sees it and is just like, "Yep, I got it." We've never seen Daniel Jones be this confident before. Usually it's interception, interception. This is not what Daniel Jones is, but this is alien, bro. We've never seen Daniel Jones do this in a day of our lives. We've never seen him lock his eyes on something and say, "I got it," and then did it. Like,
air on first down, deep shot for Alec Pierce.
What a throw! I mean, just what a throw!
Great adjustment was the
And
inbounds.
Alec Pierce, way to keep your hands on the ball.
What a catch by Pierce.
Let's see.
Look at this.
And that's what you
Look at
talked
these two
about.
guys
There's the adjustment. Ball in hand, one down. Two
down.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
What an absolute banger of a play. I'm so happy for Daniel Jones for this play, man. He truly deserved this. This play truly deserved a spot on my plays of the week. No doubt.
Adjustment, ball in hand.
Just a spectacular play. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable play. Unbelievable play.
And here's the thing. Everyone's talking about Daniel Jones.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure the next play is actually just this play right here. Yep. Yeah, the next play right here. Aaron Rodgers' first game on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know a lot. I have a couple of friends who are Pittsburgh Steelers fans, and they absolutely hate that they picked up Aaron Rodgers. And I've always been an Aaron Rodgers fan, even though he can be kind of a douche, but sometimes he can be, not all the time. He's just GOAT material, you know? That's Aaron Rodgers has always been. He's been a more skillful quarterback than anybody else in NFL history. So I had a feeling that, I mean, they are playing the Jets, so it's not like this is, I still think they're probably going to lose the majority of their games. But, you know, usually they'll just stay about 500 because they're Steelers. But I like Aaron Rodgers on this team. I seriously think that Aaron Rodgers has a chance of having like a good end of his career on the Steelers. I don't think he's going to be winning no Super Bowl, obviously, but I think this is going to be a good end to his career. And this play was to DK Metcalf, former Seahawk. I knew we were going to end up having to get rid of DK. But, you know, this was a pretty nuts play. It was nice to see DK, you know, do some cool shit. It was nice to see DK do some cool shit. And this was some DK shit. This is some DK shit.
Rogers.
Bobble, bobble. Bobble, bobble. Catch.
In the hands.
Look at the ricochet. Look at the ricochet.
Rogers.
It's off DK's hands. DK should just caught this ball flat out. He shouldn't have bobbled it. Wait, no. Sauce Gardner, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive Sauce Gardner had his hand on that ball anyways. So Sauce Gardner hits that ball out of DK's hands.
And that ball.
DK taps it up. I totally forgot this dude's name. I was going to write it down and I forgot. Whatever. He bobbles it, and then he bobbles it back into DK's hands. And this is all for a fucking first down with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game, and they're down by 1. You cannot get any more ridiculous than that. Look at this. It's 1st and 10, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. You're down by 1. Easy slant to DK, you think? Sauce Gardner is elite. Look how small Sauce Gardner looks to DK.
And that ball knocked around and ends up.
Purely a perfectly luck and skill play by DK Metcalf.
In the hands
Or you could say probably more skill than luck, but you could also arguably say more luck than skill.
of Metcalf. That was wild.
And this was
awesome.
for the first down.
The ricochet.
Oh yeah, beautiful play by Sauce Gardner. That
Bobbled.
yeah.
That was.
Like I said, just as much luck as it was skill for DK, but perfect play by Sauce Gardner. I don't believe Sauce Gardner did anything wrong here. Look how perfect this was. Look at where perfect his hands were. Hey yo, that was a crazy statement I just said. Perfect his hands are? My bad. But look at this. Look at Sauce Gardner's hands. Him able to time his hands and put his hand, look, his hand is right. Beautiful Sauce Gardner play. I was a big Sauce Gardner hater when it was his rookie year, when everyone was glazing him. I was like, you guys are glazing some random. No. Sauce Gardner deserves. What a play by Sauce Gardner. He just ended up getting unlucky.
Bobbled. Hit by Sauce. Hit by Cisco. Hit by.
My God, dude. What a play. And that's all for the first down to keep them in the game. And then they end up winning. Absolute cinema, bro. That's absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. That's absolute cinema, bro. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. I gotta watch it one more time. I'm sorry. I just gotta watch it one more time.
Rogers. And that ball knocked around and ends up in the hands of.
Absolute cinema. Okay. Absolute cinema.
And Geno Smith, and this is an all. They bring.
All right.
Door shut.
Third and.
Okay, here we go. Next play is Geno Smith to Thornton Jr. That wasn't me ripping ass. That was my hands. Okay. Yeah, Geno Smith to Thornton Jr. This was also a pretty great play. I wanted to put a Geno in there just because I like Geno Smith. And because I like Geno Smith. And it was just a spectacular play by Thornton Jr. as well as it was for Geno Smith. Big play. It was big plays for both of them. I think especially when they ended up getting the win, I felt like this was a very good start to their season. I've never hated the Raiders, and I like Geno, and I still love Pete Carroll. I love Geno, and I still love Pete Carroll. So I just wanted to put in this play in just because I love them as players, and I think this is a great play.
20, they mark it at the 25.
Geno steps back,
They
throws
bring
it up,
six.
sends it. and perfect, like, I think this was more of an elite play by Thornton than it was Gino, because Thornton was able to see the ball when there's a Patriot in his face, and Thornton was able to see the ball, locate the ball, and understand that it's going to be low and in front of him for him to hit the gas, fall, and just right into his hands, just right into his hands. Just an elite play by Thornton. Look at that. Look at that.
Underneath, and they get it. Thornton.
What a play by Thornton, man. What a spectacular play by Thornton. Gino. Good play by Gino, too.
They bring
Look at that.
Smith.
Look at that play by Thornton. And look, bro's getting put in a headlock right here. Look at this, dude. Bro's getting... Oh, I can't zoom in like that. My bad. Bro's getting put in a headlock. Thornton's being put in a headlock. Look at this frame. Bro's getting put in a headlock. And he still sees the ball, recognizes it, sees it's coming into his hands, and just makes the catch. Spectacular play by Thornton. That's something when you stand up, you go, on his head, on his head. That's something you do. That's the type of play you do that shit to. Like, I don't give a fuck how much you on me. You put me in a headlock, and I still make the catch? Nah. On his head. It wasn't even on his head. It was above his, it was below him, but on his head, little boy, little boy. That's a play you do that shit for. Little boy, you know? Little boy. That's shit you do that shit for.
And they get it. Thornton.
Great play by Thornton.
Not sure what Davis is looking at. This is an all-out blitz, and it's, third and a mile, and for some reason he bites on a slant and go.
Look at that.
For some reason he bites.
He also just sold. Look at this.
It's, third and a mile, and for some reason he bites.
Look at this. Blows absolute utter coverage, too. 7 just blows coverage. Decides to stop. Look how big Thornton is compared to him, too. It's just a complete, like, look at this. Look how much space he gets. Geno Smith, if he would have let him, it would have been a touchdown. But you got to remember, this is Geno Smith. This isn't Aaron Rodgers. This isn't some GOAT. This is Geno Smith. So Geno Smith underthrows. But Thornton, it doesn't matter to him. He's still just going to come down with the ball.
Geno Smith was rolling out.
Beautiful throw.
I mean,
beautiful catch.
One of those situations.
Emote on him, too. Emote on him, too. Don't forget to do the emote. Little boy on his head. Little boy. Great play. Absolutely, utterly great play. I had to put some Geno in there just because I wanted to. Next play is a player that I love. Ever since I saw his beautiful video of him running away from the cops. Ever since I saw that beautiful video of him running away from the cops for the NFL draft. Oh, this dude I knew was just going to be in my heart forever. And his name is the one and only Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield had actually a decent amount of good plays, like he always does, because it's Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, look at this. He's down by 3. Sorry, excuse me. I hit my headset on the mic. Excuse me. Baker Mayfield, down by 3. A minute left in the game. And what do we see Baker Mayfield do? When time's on the line, what is he? He's in his prime. When time's on the line, Baker Mayfield's in his prime. And this is just absolute cinema. Baker to Egbuka, I believe. It's Egbuka, Egbuka. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. Egbuka, you're definitely not watching this video. I could put money on that. You're definitely not watching this video. Egbuka, yep. Baker to Egbuka with a minute left in the fourth quarter, and they're down by 3.
They field on first down, throws.
Just an absolute utter dime. It's a dime.
They field on first down, throws.
What a play. What a play. Baker. You can have it all. I love Baker, bro. What a throw, dude. Like, what a throw to Buka. Look at this. He's about to get pancaked in that pocket. Everyone's around him. And he's still just, with a minute left in the game, he knows he's down. And he just...
Down, throws.
Perfect throw. It's a perfect throw. Because if it's any farther, he's gonna step out. If it's any shorter, that's a picked off play. That's either a picked off play or a tipped ball. It doesn't get more perfect than that. Look at that. Look at that. That's right before it's in his hands. If it's any shorter, it's getting tipped. If it's any farther, there's a chance that he doesn't make the play. It's just a perfect throw. Through and through. Perfect throw. Unbelievable. This is what I like to see from Baker Mayfield. These are the plays I like to see from Baker. Perfect.
Touchdown! Ibuka with his second of the game.
And that was Ibuka's second touchdown of the game. Who? Ibuka who? I don't know, but he had 2 tutties in the game. So, yep. Right there. Emeka Ibuka. One absolute... Shut up through my pen. Sorry about that. Hold on, I think I got an extra, don't I? No, I don't. Dime throw by Ibuka. Dime throw by Ibuka. Dime throw by Ibuka. My bad. Dime throw by my boy Baker. Elite catch by Ibuka. Perfect catch. Perfect throw by Baker. Perfect catch. I keep hitting the mic, and this is probably the most loud thing on earth when I do that. But whatever. Perfect throw by Baker and elite catch by Ibuka. And to basically win the game. So that's just a great play, man. That's just a great play. That's just an elite great play. And then what we got here is, oh man, I really didn't want to include this because I'm a Seahawks fan and I don't want any play against the Seahawks to be on this list. But I couldn't not put a play from the team that, just deserved to win. But a great play by Purdy, great rollout by Purdy, and a great throw by Purdy. It was a Purdy to Tonjes, and it right near the end of the end zone, and he makes a catch over people's heads. So
he swung out into the end zone, wasn't open.
Has to roll out.
Purdy keeping it alive.
Has to roll out even more.
Brock Purdy lofts one. Been open. Purdy
has to roll out.
Alive.
He rolls out.
Brock Purdy.
He throws it up.
Lofts one. It is Tonjes. Touchdown.
On Woolen's head. That is literally on Tyreek Woolen's head. On his head, dude. On his head. Little boy, Tyreek Woolen. You sold, bro. I'm a Seahawks fan, so I'm allowed to get pissed at this. Tyreek Woolen, bro, you sold, bro. You sold Tyreek Woolen, bro. You sold big time Tyreek, bro. You sold massive, dude. That was massive sell. You literally put in all your chips and said, I don't want to win. Yeah, massive sell by Tyreek Woolen. Incredible play by Tonjes, though. Purdy, I guess, just made the right pick, the person he should throw it to, and Tonjes said,
San Francisco! Jake Tonjes, who had never caught a pass in the NFL, has caught 3 today, including the go-ahead touchdown with 1 minute and 30
Yeah, Tyreek Woolen, you're a bot. You're awful.
Wow. Tonjes gets his chance, and man, does he take advantage of it.
Let's look at the replay here.
Yeah, so they go empty.
So,
I don't blame them for throwing the ball. They're going for the win.
Again.
And just Purdy's ability to keep the play alive.
What a play. Sadly, what a play. All right, that's all I'm going to talk about that because I don't want to give too much to freaking... And then here we go here. Second to last. I had to put this in because he's on the new team. He's the best defensive player. Could be arguably the best defensive player of all time, and he hasn't even been playing in the NFL for too long. It's Micah Parsons' first sack on the Green Bay Packers, and to me, it's a completely, utterly relentless play. Like, this is relentless. This is a relentless play by Micah Parsons. We have to watch it.
It will improve as the year goes on, and those will be...
So if you see up here, That's Micah Parsons right there, obviously, right edge rusher. And look at this. These two guys are supposed to beat Micah Parsons and whatever, another probably defensive tackle.
Second.
They do, but that really just turns into, all right, stop Micah Parsons. As you can see right here, that just basically ends up into stop Micah Parsons. We need to stop Micah Parsons because Micah Parsons is going to get the QB and it's only in time. So really the goal is to stop Micah Parsons, burn as much clock as they can so Goff can get the ball out. Goff surveys, obviously. That's as Goff does. Goff doesn't run. Goff running? No, thank you. Bro, if there's a parlay on you, if there's a pick on you on Prize Picks where it's over 1.5 rushing yards, over or under 1.5 rushing yards, then you're obviously not a quarterback who runs. So Jared Goff just surveys, as he does. And look, they're still stopping only Micah Parsons. These two guys right here are still only on Micah Parsons. Clock, clock, clock. Micah Parsons is slowly getting there. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. There he is now. Slowly but surely getting closer and closer. Goff recognizes that. And Goff starts to run. Goff can't run because Goff can't run fast. So Micah Parsons finally breaks out. Goff is in full sprint mode. And there's Micah Parsons ready.
Goff's being chased by Parsons. Look out. He's got him.
What a sack.
His first sack as a Green Bay Packer.
What a sack. It's an insane sack because he was able to power through two offensive linemen, whose job it was to protect the blind spot of their quarterback. And Michael Parsons being less than probably 60 to 70 pounds, weighing less than 60 to 70 pounds, in these two linemen are able to get through them and get to Jared Goff.
They got a twist, another twist.
Look at that. They're on him, only him. And then they're like, finally, we got to switch up. Okay, big 95's coming around. I'm pointing, like you can see my pointing. There he is. There's Michael Parsons. And look, they're both just trying everything they possibly can. They're hooking their arms around them. Then they have to realize big 95 right here needs to get Penei Sewell's on the other side right there. And look, Deeker has to focus on 95, and Mahogany just isn't good enough by himself to stop Micah Parsons. So Mahogany falls on his face, and it's just a chase down. Jared Goff doesn't have enough time for coverage, I guess. And I guess Green Bay Packers coverage out in the field was just too good, and Micah Parsons
The speed, the closing ability,
and takes him out. Spectacular play by Micah Parsons. Great first sack with him on the Green Bay Packers. Spectacular play. And here we go. Jared Goff is also in this next one. This is the last play of my top of my 10 best plays of the week. Once again, they're not in. This isn't in order. This isn't the best play. This is in random order. And this you thought DeAndre Hopkins' catch was the best catch. There's maybe some other ones when you might thought the best catch. No. Jared Goff to Tesla. I think that's how you say it. It's TESLAA. Tesla. Tesla. I think Tesla. Tesla. So Goff to Tesla. And they couldn't even decide if this was a catch until they finally did.
A couple plays ago, he's on a knee on the side.
4th and 3 too. That's what's crazy about this is they're really shooting for it, obviously, because there's a minute left in the fourth quarter and they're down by like 3 touchdowns.
Sideline right now.
So Jared Goff sees to Tesla and just checks
Here
it.
they bring it.
And look at this catch.
Go to the end zone.
wow.
Was that caught?
That's caught.
Hold on, we need to have a second look at that.
I think that's
Tesla, the rookie who pulled it down.
incredible
Crazy.
catch.
Look at this.
I think it's barely out.
Look at this.
Let's see.
1. So his hands are on. Does that foot look like it's on the ground? Maybe. So I'm gonna vote yes.
What?
And then So he has the ball. That foot was on the ground. Now it's off the ground.
For sure.
But his other foot touches the ground before his ass hits the floor. And out of bounds. So to me, this is a catch. And
I think
it's one of the most spectacular
this.
catches
Let's
I think
see.
I've ever seen.
One in for sure. Two. His feet were in, but
Third round
his
pick.
tutties
Look at
just
this.
hit outside.
Look at that.
How about this? Are they high on this kid? Look at this.
I mean,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
catch radius, that
Oh
shows
my
off his skill
God.
level. I was watching some of the plays.
Did you catch it? Some dude on his motorcycle. Look at that freeze frame, bro. What a play.
The catches he made,
Best
it's
catch.
impressive. They're going to get him time. He just
Best catch. That might actually, maybe that was the best play of the week. That might have been the best play of the week. Yeah. That's it for that. That was the best play of the week. Those were the best plays of the week. And now we're going on to my next segment called Game of the Week. What was the best game of the week? And I think it's pretty obvious what the game of the week was. I think it's pretty obvious what the game of the week was. If you guys do not know what the game of the week was, and you guys live under a rock, the game of the week was no doubt, obviously, Bills versus Ravens. As you can just look at here, this stat. Just look at my screen right now. And if you can't look at the screen, don't worry, because I'm gonna say a lot of what's on the screen. So Bills ended up beating the Ravens 41-40. Bills scored 7 points in the first quarter, 6 points in the second, 6 points in the third, and then stunningly scored 22 points in the fourth quarter to come back and win. So Buffalo Bills scored 22 points in the fourth quarter and beat the Ravens 41-40 in the last minutes. In the last minutes of the game, they scored like 2 touchdowns. In like the last 5 minutes of this game, they scored like 2 touchdowns. Not even that. Like less than that. It was an insane comeback. It's one of the most insane comebacks in NFL history. It is one of the best games I think I've ever personally watched in NFL history, besides the Seahawks Super Bowl, besides the Seahawks comeback against the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship, besides Tom Brady's 28-3. That was another insane one. Yeah, this is definitely one of the most insane games I think I've ever watched. And I didn't even watch most of it, sadly. Arguably maybe one of the best games I've ever seen in NFL history. To me, it's definitely in game of the year contention and the regular season game of the year contention, no doubt. This is insane. That this happened is insane. That the Bills were able they were in an insane deficit. Like they were down let's do the math here. They were down 19-34 in the third quarter. 19-34 in the third quarter. 19-34 in the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter. Baltimore Ravens go into the fourth quarter, getting 6 points, and then to make their score 40. And then the Buffalo Bills score 22 points to come back and win the game 41-40. Insane game. An absolutely insane game. One of the reasons why this was game of the year. We're gonna watch some of these clips, and we're gonna watch them. one of the reasons why this was one of the most insane games of the one of the most insane comebacks. All right, I'm framing it wrong. I need to hold on. Let me take a step back. That was a big mistake. One of the things that causes this game to go really wrong for the Ravens was, I'm going to rant about it, but there's a whole segment I'm doing. Was Derrick Henry's fumble. When Derrick Henry fumbled the ball, they lost the game. That changed literally everything. When Derrick Henry fumbled that ball, it was over. Right then and there, I knew when I saw that fumble that I was about to say the Buffalo Ravens. What am I thinking? That the Buffalo Bills were going to beat the Baltimore Ravens. The minute I saw Derrick Henry fumble that football, I knew it was over. That was just what the Buffalo Bills needed. They needed that momentum. And after Derrick Henry fumbled that ball, the Ravens defense just lost all momentum and just kept giving up deep ball after deep ball after deep ball. And then it was one of the last plays, I think we're going to see it, was Jair Alexander's absolutely blows coverage on Josh Palmer. And it just ruins the game. When I saw Jair Alexander blow that coverage, over. That was another moment when I knew, oh my God, the Bills are going to do this. I was still hoping, I was still thinking, the Bills can't do it. They just can't. The Ravens are just too good. The Ravens scored 34 points in the first 3 quarters. They're just going to score again. And the Ravens got the ball back at one point, and they didn't score. They gave up point. They gave the ball back. Derrick Henry fumbling that football gave the Buffalo Bills the momentum and extra heart that they needed to win this game. It is the most insane game. And I think it is going to be game of the year. And this is only week 1, and it's going to be game of the year. And what's also crazy about it is Josh Allen had an MVP game. Josh Allen. And Josh Allen, as you can see here, Josh Allen threw for 394 yards. He had 2 tutties. He went 33 for 46. Lamar Jackson did Lamar Jackson things. Had 200 yards a game. Had 200 yards, passing yards. 2 touchdowns, 14 for 19. Did a good amount of running. He did have a rushing touchdown as well. But what's insane about it is Derrick Henry after week 1, is the best running back in the league right now. He had the most yards for a running back in the league. He had 18 carries and he had 169 yards and 2 tutties Derrick Henry had. But Derrick Henry fumbled the football and made them lose the game. Which to me, in my mind, said, I don't give a F how good you played. You lost it for the team. So Lamar Jackson had a great game, 209 yards, 2 tutties. Derrick Henry had a great game, an amazing game, 169 yards, 18 carries, 2 touchdowns. Zay Flowers, Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers are both on my fantasy team. Sadly, I didn't end up winning this week because Travis Kelce is a bum who wants to take out his teammates. I hate Travis Kelce for that, bro. Took out Xavier Worthy, bro. That was my flex player. I hate you, Travis, bro. Took out Xavier Worthy, bro. Just laid him out. Jerk. Okay, yeah, so Zay Flowers on my fantasy team as well. Zay Flowers, 7 receptions for 143 yards. That's great. And 1 tutty. Great. Josh Allen, like I already said, 394 yards, 33 for 46, and 2 tutties. James Cook had 13 carries for 44 yards. Who cares? That's, James Cook numbers right there. 1 tutty. Keon Coleman had a great game. Keon Coleman had a great game. Keon Coleman had a great game. 112 yards, 1 touchdown, and 8 receptions. Just a great game for him, for sure. No doubt in my mind. Great game for Keon Coleman. Look, at the end of the first quarter, Baltimore was down 3-7. at the end of the second quarter. At the end of the second quarter, the Ravens were now up 20-13. At the end of the third quarter, like I said, it was 34-19 at the end of the third quarter. It was game over. Everyone thought it was game over. I thought it was game over. I was like, yes, this might help me win my fantasy. For some reason, I don't really particularly like the Bills. I don't like the Bills because they keep selling. I don't like Josh Allen because I don't think he's a really good enough leader right now. I think he can become a great leader. But ever since I saw him cry on the sidelines one time because he threw too many interceptions, I just kind of like stopped thinking he was a good leader. But he's shoving it in my face right now, so hey yo. Yep. So at the end of the third quarter, 34-19, Baltimore, and then here it is. Look at this. These are all the like really specific plays. Touchdown by Josh Allen, 2-yard run to make it 25 because they go for 2 and they don't get it. Derrick Henry runs for a 48-yard run and then they miss the field goal to keep it. Scores the touchdown to make it 34 to make it 40-25, but then they miss the extra point. See, like if they would have made that extra point, then boom, the game would be tied. But no, they missed the extra point. Keon Coleman gets a 10-yard pass to score a touchdown. Matt Purdy, the kick is good. Right there, Keon Coleman with a touchdown pass. And then that's when the fumble happens to give the ball back. I'm pretty sure to give the ball back to or it was in between there maybe. We're gonna watch the clips anyways. Don't worry, we're gonna watch all the clips. And you'll listen to me commentate over the clips. Touchdown to Keon Coleman, 10-yard pass, and then Matt Purdy, the kick is good, so now it's 32-40. Baltimore's still up. And then the fumble happens. The fumble happens for Josh Allen to get down to the field on the 1-yard line to make a one tush push to get over the end zone line for the touchdown. And then they go for 2 and they miss it. They miss it. Okay? They miss it. There's a minute and 58 seconds left. After that, Josh Allen fails the 2-point conversion. My thought is game over, Game over. I thought, game over, missed the 2-point conversion. They're still up by 2. The Ravens just need a couple of first downs and this game is over. That's all they need is a couple of first downs and this game is over. Instead, the Baltimore Ravens don't get any first downs. They give the ball back to the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen does Josh Allen things, gets them, marches them down the field, and Matt Prater scores a 32-yard field goal to win the game 41-40. Unbelievable. Stat line. Unbelievable game. And now we're going to watch the ending to this. We're going to watch the ending to this. We're going to go via this video because I want to see. That was D-Hops.
Let's look at that. He's going forward actually here on this. So let's see. Does the ground. The spot penalty from the previous. And 3:30 yard.
So here's I think this is the play. So no, it's not. But
runs in this game for the first time in his.
So this was Derrick Henry's run. Spectacular play right here. Josh Allen. There's 7 minutes left of the game. They're down by 15 right now. Down by 15. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Down by 15. And Josh Allen throws it up. Keon Coleman with a spectacular catch. Like I said, Keon Coleman had a great game. Keon Coleman had a spectacular game. Because spectacular catch right there. Another spectacular play by Josh Allen. This is what good teams do. They find low gaps and they exploit them. Perfect gap. Kincaid takes gets the first down. Like always. Look at this, another spectacular play. Almost gets to the first down. Don't matter. They're going to get to the first down and they're going to score a touchdown. How did I miss this play? Look at this play by Josh Allen. How did I miss this play? No, I missed it, guys. I'm sorry. I blew it. This should have been on there. This should have been on my list for top plays of the week. Look at this throw by Josh Allen. Rolls out. He's about to get pancaked. Throws it up. This is for the end zone, baby. It's 4th and 2. If they don't get this, game's over. If they don't get it, it's game's over. Game's over if they don't get this. Tipped off by Dalton Kincaid. And it goes into Keon Coleman's fucking hands. Excuse my language. What? What is this? Like, what am I watching, bro? What am I watching? What am I seriously watching?
And when he got here, once the mini camp started, he came back with.
Oh, that's definitely Dawson Knox. Excuse me.
And he comes up with
It was a tipped ball by Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox tips it. Look.
here once the mini camp started.
Dink.
Back with ability, maturity.
Oh.
And he comes up.
Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, that should have been on the list. I sold. Next week will be better, guys. I sold big time. And here it is. This is the most shameful play of this week. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Oh no. This was no. Never mind. That wasn't the shameful play. That was Lamar Jackson's really nice run. My bad. Yep. Here's the shameful play. Here's the shameful play. Down to high. Here you go, Derek. Here you go, Derek. Oh, here you go, Bills. You can have the ball, says Derrick Henry. I don't want the ball, says Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry just gives the ball to the Derrick Henry. Look at him dive for it. He's like, give me the ball back, please. Please, give me the ball back. No, it's over, bud. It's over. It's already in the Buffalo Bills' hands, and you sold, Derrick. You sold. Derrick Henry single-handedly lost them this game. Derrick Henry handed them the ball on Derrick Henry's own 30-yard line.
We lost the football. And the Bills are down there.
With 3 minutes left. Yep, look how bummed he looks. Get that fucking ice chain off you. You look like a fucking idiot. You look like a brain-dead idiot. You know that, dude? Take that chain off you. He better be humble after this. He better be humble. Talking big, acting big. Yeah, yep. Shameful. Benched.
It's some kind of night, Oliver.
Oh my goodness.
There's so many guys who've had a great night tonight.
Good for the Bills in the end. And then look. And then they follow it up with this. Like I said, when that fumble happened, the Ravens defense the Ravens defense was blown. It was like all the momentum was gone. All the Ravens momentum that they had all during the earlier quarters, only holding them to 6 and 7, the first 3 quarters, was completely thrown away. It was completely and utterly thrown away after that fumble. Gone.
Allen taking a shot.
Wide open man.
It's hauled in. Oh, no, it's the third tight end.
Jackson Hawes. There's Derrick Henry again. I'm so mad. No, you should go walk your ass in that fucking locker room. They need to give this guy Swirly for that. Like, seriously. Swirly his ass. Unacceptable. Shameful. But Haas or whatever his name is, spectacular catch. Josh Allen throws a spectacular catch to Haas. And boom. They're on the 1 yard line. 1 yard line already, just like that. The fumble, and then one play after the fumble, the Bills go from to the 30-yard line.
Jackson Hawes, the rookie out of Georgia Tech, his first ever catch.
Yep, Lamar Jackson, start putting your helmet on. And what do we see here? Tush push. And Josh Allen obviously gets it. And then they go for 2. And this is when I still thought the game was over. Go for 2. Spectacular coverage. Spectacular coverage for Nate Wiggins. Absolutely locks him in. Keeps the game from being tied. Now, this is where it gets crazy. This is, like I said, blown coverage. It's 3rd and 9 now. 3rd and 9. And Buffalo are about to basically use all their timeouts. And Ravens throw it, and they don't get the first down. It's over. All the momentum's gone. All the momentum is gone. And in retrospect, I would have punted the football if I was the Ravens, because I was like, there's no chance. We got to give them the ball back there and hope our defense pulls through. In retrospect, maybe it would have been better for them to go for it on 4th and probably 3 it was. Especially nowadays, because nowadays it's a lot more likely that you probably get the first down. And if they would have got the first down, the game would have been over. See, that was the thing about it. If they would have got the first down, the game's over. So maybe they should have gone for it on 4th down, but they didn't. They punted it, and Josh Allen is going to do Josh Allen things, and I'm just going to let this run. I'll do slight commentating, but I'll do the big plays, but they're 2nd and 4, and the Ravens on the Ravens 25-yard line. So they're basically on the other side of the end zone. They're on the other side of the 50. They're by their end zone, and yep. Josh Allen, minute left, first play, perfect to Keon Coleman right on the sideline. Boom, an extra 15 yards just like that. Done. Extra 10 yards just like that, sorry. And then Josh Allen scrambles, runs out, and runs out of bounds. Stop the clock, only gains about 5 yards, but runs out of bounds. Clock still stopped. 53 seconds left now. Do a couple more plays. There's 46 seconds left. Now Josh Allen is on their 45-yard line. Their 35-yard line on the other. So they're really close.
Baltimore brings some pressure, and Allen throws. It's caught on the run. Coleman. Keon Coleman tripped up at the 9-yard line. Timeout, Ravens. Exactly.
Jair Alexander gets his absolutely. He almost just lost the game. A lot of people think here Jair Alexander shouldn't have tackled him because it maybe would have been better for the clock for him just to let him run it in and then try to get back down the field the next play and score a touchdown to win it. But, you know. So maybe the touchdown would have been better for them to get, because then if they got the touchdown, then the Ravens would have to get a touchdown. They would have a time. But instead, the Buffalo Bills burn the clock. After that, Jair Alexander gets juked and makes the tackle just barely. It's 4th and goal. There's a 32-yard attempt to win the game. They need this field goal to win 41-40. Matt Prater kicks it up. Game. The Buffalo Bills beat the Baltimore Ravens 41-40. And one of the most insane games ever. I can't say it. I have to say it again. It arguably could be game of the year. Unbelievable game. All right. Unbelievable game. All right. My next segment. 2 more segments, guys. 2 more segments. Player of the week. I put Josh Allen. Player of the week was Josh Allen, as much as I don't want to put Josh Allen. It was Josh Allen, no doubt. Josh Allen had a 71.7 completion percentage. Yeah, we're gonna go over his incredible plays this week. You just kind of saw some of them, but we're gonna go over them again. Josh Allen had a 71.7 completion percentage. He had 394 yards for 2 touchdowns. 1 interception. I mean, sorry, no interception. Sorry, 0 interceptions. His longest pass was 51 yards. And his QBR was 112. If Josh Allen seriously was one of the reasons why they won this game. Josh Allen is a gunslinger. He's always been a gunslinger. I used to like to compare him to Brett Favre before last year. I like to compare him to Brett Favre because he would sling the ball, but he would throw interceptions slinging the ball. Just like Brett Favre did. Brett Favre used to just launch the football, and he would be amazing. And when he was on, he was on. But when he was off, he was off. And it was the same thing with Josh Allen. There'd be games where he'd have like 3 interceptions. He led the league in interceptions before last year for a couple of years on quarterbacks. And he just was a massive gunslinger. And I don't really like that type of football. I don't think it's good football. But last year, he changed a lot. He stopped gunslinging the ball, and that made him have a dip in yards because he went under 4,000 yards last year. He had a little bit less touchdowns than he used to have, but he had way less interceptions. And that's one of the reasons why he won MVP, and it's because his QB rating was super high. He had the highest QB rating. Personally, I don't think Josh Allen should have won MVP. He wasn't the best quarterback last year. QB rating says he was, but when you have someone like Lamar Jackson last year who beat him by 400 passing yards, beat him by 400 rushing yards, and had 2 less interceptions than Josh Allen, I don't understand how Lamar Jackson doesn't win MVP off that. It was voter fatigue. That's totally true. They didn't want to vote for him again, obviously. But ignoring all that, player of the week was definitely Josh Allen. Like I said, 71 completion, 394 yards, 2 tutties, 0 interceptions, QBR 112. And we're gonna watch this clip showing why Josh Allen won Player of the Week. First play. This is in the first quarter. We didn't see this. Steps back. Perfect dime to Dalton Kincaid. It doesn't get much better than that. 2nd and 11 near the end zone. He's a slinger, and he slings that ball. Like, I couldn't even imagine trying to catch this ball. Pew! Dime. Yep. Here's another great play. Second quarter. Josh Allen's on the run out. He's running out. And he looks like he's about to get sacked. And what does he do? He throws a perfect dime on the run. It's 3rd and 9. And they're down by 10. And he throws a perfect dime on the run to Keon Coleman to get the first down and 5 extra yards. And to start the clock. Well, and to get out of bounds. Spectacular play by Josh Allen. Josh Allen.
It's a deep drop. And Allen buying time, ready to wing it downfield and
great read. Another spectacular read by Josh Allen. He steps out of the pocket. He scrambles out of the pocket. That's one of the things I'm worried about is his offensive line this year. As much as we saw him run out of the pocket this game, he was able to, make some dime plays like this. He had a spectacular read. He saw I think it was Dalton Kincaid, maybe not. No, it wasn't. It was Keon Coleman again. No. Shakir. I don't know, dude. I don't know any of these wide receivers for the Bills no more. Ever since Stephon Diggs left, it was kind of like, you really know, who cares. Saw Shakir run forward and perfect read. Perfect read. We'll watch it again. Done. Great read.
And but you can tell Josh.
Excuse my coughing.
Josh Allen just trusts him.
47. Allen, no rushers. Throws, and they get it and get out of bounds at the 25 with Kincaid.
They can get together and decide to put 1 second. They can also get assists from replay on that one to help them with that 1 second. And it is.
Look at that. And then look at this play. None of you saw this play coming. I didn't see this play. This is the first time I'm seeing this play. 7 seconds left, and they get out, and he.
From
this
the
one
47, Allen, no rushers, throws, and they get it and get out of bounds at the 25.
Dalton Kincaid. Elite pass to Dalton Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid is before the end of the half. Gets out of bounds with 1 second left.
This
unbelievable. And then the rest is history. Oh, nice shuffle pass. Here's Josh Allen's nice shuffle pass. I actually saw a clip of this morning. Josh Allen runs forward, sees, and just does a beautiful little shuffle pass over, and there it is. Shakir gets the first down. Unbelievable. 18-yard completion play off that shuffle pass, off that nice little flick. Great play. Spectacular.
Escape up.
First down, the fullback, Reggie Gilliam. It's a fake. Allen looks to the back of the end zone.
And Josh Allen gets a rushing touchdown. Gets 2 rushing touchdowns, actually.
And get better at that. But the trained along. That's when he.
Coleman comes down.
So that's all I'm going to show for that. Because you've already seen the rest. Josh Allen wins Player of the Week, no doubt for me. Really deserves Player of the Week there. And then now, my last. This is my last topic I'll be going out. It's anti-player of the week. And it's exactly what it is. It's player of the week, but the opposite. Who was the worst player of the week? We know him. I've already complained about him. We're going to look it up. We already know him. We already know it. We already know it. We're going to find it, guys. Worst player of the week, anti-player of the week is the one, the only, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, I have a lot to say about that. Worst player of this week, no doubt. Well, he was arguably the best running back this week. But it turned into, no, you're the worst running back this week because you single-handedly lost it for your team. So, yep. To me, he's the anti-player of the week. That was probably the worst play of his career. That's a bold statement. There's probably much more out there. But that was probably the worst play of his career. It was shameful. Utterly shameful to himself. He should apologize to each one of his teammates for that. He needs to go up to each one of his teammates and say, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry I lost the football. He needs to go to each one of his teammates and say that, because this is unacceptable and shameful. To me, if I was the coach, and this is the reason why I would never be a coach. I would never be able to be a coach in the NFL. I'd love to be a coach in the NFL, and I probably would keep my composure, and I wouldn't lose my composure like this. But he would be benched for the rest of the game. And I don't care if we're on the 1 yard line with 2 seconds left and we need a touchdown to win. No, you're staying your fat ass on the bench, and you ain't touching that ball for another week. You're benched. Don't care. Don't care about the situation. You're benched. I'm not giving you the chance to make it better on your team. Nope. You're benched. That's what I would have done. We're going to watch it again here. Derrick Henry just absolutely gives the ball to the Buffalo Bills, and that is exactly what the Buffalo Bills needed to win. Derrick Henry, anti-player of the week. No doubt about it in my mind. No doubt in my mind. Anti-player of the week, Derrick Henry. Benched for the rest of the game. No doubt for me.
Mitchell-Payton, first round, first-year player.
Here you go. You can have it, Bills. Look at that. Just doesn't care.
And Henry lost the football. And the Bills are down.
And the Bills get it. It just seriously, to me, doesn't get more annoying than that. Like, it doesn't get more annoying than that. It just doesn't get more annoying than that. Like, you literally can't do that. That's like the one thing you can't do as a running back is in a time like this, fumble the football. Derrick Henry had the best running back week. He led the week, and he led the week as a running back. Josh Allen led the week as a quarterback, and I'm pretty sure Zay Flowers won the week as the wide receiver. But absolutely, it just, like, no. You can't do that, Derrick Henry. You just can't. Yep. Derrick Henry was the anti-player of the week because of that. Unacceptable what he did. I just, like, it doesn't get much worse than that, bro.
First-year player, I should say, is the man. Zaire Mitchell-Payton, first-year player, I should say. Zaire Mitchell-Payton, first-year player, I should say. Zaire Mitchell-Payton, first-year player, I should say, is the man protecting and...
Derrick Henry, you sold. You sold for your team. You sold. All right, guys. That's going to be the end of this. I hope you guys liked it. I'm going to be trying to be doing this once a week. Every week. Till the end of the football season. This was fun. I liked writing the notes, and I like football. Football is one of my favorite things. It's the second best sport in the world besides baseball. And I love talking about football more than I like talking about baseball. So, thank you so much for watching. If you guys watched through it all, you guys even just listened to it, thank you so much for listening. One of my dream careers maybe one day would be a sports analyst. And to be on big time shows. And I got a lot of hot opinions. Got lots of hot opinions that maybe we'll be making. Maybe we'll be other different type of videos about different opinions I have. But really, this video was purely about this week and how it went. We're gonna go over it again one last time. Lots of great plays of the week. Game of the week was Bills-Ravens. Player of the week was Josh Allen. And anti-player of the week was Derrick Henry because he's a bum. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please smash the like button and the subscribe button. And I will probably be making more content like this. Thank you.